Hi my friend, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ishe. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, please don't make it your last by clicking the subscribe button. On this channel, I help you on your journey of intentionally becoming her. So if you want to level up, rebrand, glow up, become your best self in this year, this is definitely the place to be. So go ahead and click the subscribe button to join the friend squad. If you're a returning friend, I love you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for coming back for yet another video. This is our first sit down during the second half of the year, and I'm so excited that I'm actually going to share with you something that is so peculiar, something that is unusual when it comes to this channel. You should know by now, my friend, that I'm a girl's girl and we are girls here, right? We really want to help each other to elevate, glow up, and just be our best selves. But today I'm going to be sharing with you different types of women that you should not associate with. When you associate yourself with these type of women, there are lots of things that you may not be able to achieve in your own life simply because of that association. So let's just get into it. Number one, the unambitious woman. Friend, it goes without saying, an unambitious woman is someone who lacks drive, who lacks ambition, who lacks direction. They've got no sense of what they want in life. They've got no desire to actually discover what they want in life. They're just cruising through life. Whether or not they say they're cruising nicely, but they're just cruising. And you can tell that this person, my friend here, really has no desire to become better, really has no desire to improve themselves. Friend, you've got no business being associated with that woman, and you really need to remove yourself from that situation. Bring yourself out completely. Okay, my Number friend. Number two, the victim mentality woman. I can't explain to you just how much I do not like women who constantly feel that they are the victim in every situation. It annoys me to the peak. Friend, this type of woman constantly sees herself as the victim and really does not hold herself accountable to her own actions. It's not every time. Yes, there are times where you are genuinely the victim, but friend, it's really not every time where people are always wrong and you are right. It's not every time where people are always doing bad things to you and you're the one who's just having the bad things done to them. Having a victim mentality hinders growth and personal improvement. You don't want to be associated with that type of a woman because bit by bit you start to embody them. What they believe and how they act will start to rub off onto you. Or probably it could even just drain you. And if it's draining you, why are you in that situation? Just remove yourself and find better associations and friends. Number three, the victimizer woman. There are women who make themselves victim, and there are women who make others victims. And friend, you don't want to be associated with that type of a person when you're someone who's elevating, when you're someone who's leveling up. You really do not want to associate with someone who constantly feels the need to belittle others, to make others feel pain, to hurt others, to manipulate them. That is the type of friend that you do not want to have in your circle. Having that type of a woman in your circle really impedes your own growth because it creates an unhealthy dynamic. And friend, you thrive better in healthy environments. Number four, the overly dramatic woman. I get it. With women, drama is inevitable. That I truly understand. But there's a limit, there's a fine line to it. You don't want to associate with yourself with someone who's overly dramatic, someone who overreacts, someone who's irrational, someone who just takes small things and blows them out of proportion. We've spoken before about how it's important for you to really be balanced within yourself, to make sure that you don't overreact, that you're calm when you face situations. And friend, you don't want, with that type of an aura, you don't want someone who does the exact opposite. Someone who's constantly overreacting, someone who you constantly even have to apologize to. There's certain people who you really don't mean how they've taken it, and they just really blow one small thing out of proportion, and you constantly have to find yourself having to compensate for how they felt. The fifth type of woman that you do not want to associate with is the resentful woman. Friend, this type of woman holds grudges. They don't let things go. They're always holding on to something that happened even last year. They remember every single detail, and they will make sure that when faced with the situation where that particular person who hurt them is in play or in question, they make sure that the way that they felt then influences how they deal with the situation now. And friend, that is so unhealthy. It impairs mental and emotional growth, and the way that they handle themselves, the way that they decide to hold on to grudges, you'll find that such people will expect you to do the same, and that is unhealthy for you, friend. The sixth type of woman that you should not associate with once you're elevating or on your journey to intentionally becoming her is the overly materialistic woman. Friend, I love things. I'm a lover of things and things love me, but there should be a balance to it. You should not be overly materialistic. You should love things, yes. As high value women, definitely you should love things. But what's important is for you to still make sure that you prioritize values over possessions. Now, the flip side is true for someone who is overly materialistic. You find that such people will make friendships and connections with people basing on what they can get from them that is materialistic. Such people will not look beyond face value. All they'll care about is what can I get from this person. And often such women are very manipulative. And friend, you do not want that in your circle. That should be deleted from your friend list immediately. Number seven, the unfocused woman. Friend, this type of woman lacks clarity. They're easily distracted. 1 minute they're doing this, the next day they're doing that. You know, there are times where, my friend, you may try something and it doesn't work, and then you try something else. That's different from you try something and you quickly move on to the next simply because you've lost focus. You touch this, you let it go. You touch that, you let it go. Friend, such women don't have clarity of purpose. And when you have someone within your circle who lacks clarity of purpose, they will negatively affect you. You want to make sure that as much as your friends benefit from you, they benefit value from you, they benefit inspiration from you, you also do the same. You don't want to have a friend that you're constantly having to feed and you can't also feed off of them. So it's very important, my friend, for you to be able to discern when your friend lacks clarity of purpose. You can try to help them out, but sometimes you'll find that these type of women that I'm talking about, they perpetually lack purpose. They're so unfocused. They really, today they make a goal, tomorrow they've already forgotten about it. They're not even going to put in the work. Such type of women will demotivate you. They will slow down your own progress, and friend, we don't want that. We want you to be able to elevate and to become that woman this year. So let them go. The eighth type of woman that you should not associate with now that you're on your journey to intentionally becoming her and you're elevating is the self-destructive woman. Friend, self-destruction can come in many forms. You'll find that some women actually practice self-harm. That is part of the obvious traits of someone who is self-destructive. But there's some women who aren't self-destructive in a way that is loud. They're subtly self-destructive. And one of the things that self-destructive women do is they constantly put themselves in a situation where they get hurt. You find them being attracted to the same type of man over and over again, the same type of man who's going to hurt them. Friend, that is self-destruction. With such type of a friend, you're constantly having to remind them their self-worth. You're constantly having to show them that this particular man that they're with, this particular situation that they've put themselves in, is harming them. And friend, you don't want such a type of a person. You want a person who is very perceptive, who is able to see whether or not something that they are putting themselves in or something that is on the table before they put themselves onto the table is going to hurt them. The ninth type of woman that you should not associate with, my friend, is the unhygienic woman. Friend, hygiene has different levels. There's your own personal hygiene and hygiene in the house. But I'm going to talk about hygiene on your own body. Friend, if a woman can't take care of how she looks, that just screams, I don't care about myself. My self-worth is low. That just screams, I don't have adequate self-love. That just screams, I am so reckless with myself. And imagine if someone is so reckless with their own body, how are you able to rely on them as a friend? How do you expect them to show up for you if they can't show up for themselves? Friend, personal hygiene is very important, and if you're that type of friend, you need to make sure that you check yourself. Okay, check yourself and improve right now. Friend, it's very important for you to have women who are also very particular about personal hygiene. You don't want to get to a place you're going out as a group of friends and you just have that one friend who's like, where did you pick this person up from? You don't want that, and you don't want to be that type of friend. You want to be the type of friend that when your friends meet you randomly in town and they've got their colleagues, they're excited to introduce you to them because you're representing them well and you're representing yourself well. And that's the same if you've got a friend who you're not excited to introduce her to other people. Friend, that person has no business being your friend. And please get me clearly, this is about hygiene. This is not about looking expensive. This is about hygiene, okay? This is in relation to looking dirty, looking scruffy, smelling, you know, just that, being clean. Right, we're not talking about wearing expensive clothes. So don't feel offended or don't feel embarrassed to introduce your friends who don't have expensive brands on their bodies just because they can't afford what you can afford. No, okay, we're talking about being clean. The 10th woman that you have got no business associating with and you need to remove from your circle immediately, if you do have her right now, is the negativity enthusiast. Friends, there are certain women who are just generally negative. They always find a fault in everything. They're pessimistic. They've got no good thoughts about any situation. Friend, you've got no business being around that type of person. They're going to drain your energy and they're just going to create a toxic environment around you. Remember, we said you thrive in a healthy environment, and now in a toxic environment the opposite is true. You're going to stunt your growth simply because of this friend. Associating with her is going to eat you up. It's going to eat your own motivation. It's going to eat your own growth. It's going to be like a worm slowly eating into your own progress. And friend, you do not want that. You do not want someone who is like a cancer. Remove that person from your life immediately. And that's it, my friend. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do comment down below and let me know what you think. I'd love to know which type of friend you've got in your circle right now, who you're going to be removing. And if you're this type of friend, if you're any of these 10 type of friends, please, friend, work on yourself. Make sure that you do whatever it is that is possible for you to stop embodying that type of woman. If you're any of the people that I described, you're going to find that you're going to affect your own growth and you're going to affect the growth of other women around you, and we really do not want that. Remember, we're a group of friends on here who are on their journey to intentionally becoming her, and we do not want to stunt each other's growth. So friend, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please do give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please share the video, share it. You can just share it with your friends, share it on your status, share it with your community. I really appreciate it. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye.